Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am Russell, back here for Our Man Reviews. And today, I have another Goosebumps hot take pick, and I'm so nervous to go through with this, but I'm going to anyways. Because this book is one of the most, fan favorite, classic, iconic, and scary Goosebumps books out there in the entire original 62 series, that classic era of Goosebumps. But this book just was not for me. I'm so nervous to go through this. But again, I'm going to try my best. So what book am I talking about? I'm definitely talking about Goosebumps, Night of the Living Dummy, the original. I don't remember the book number of this book. But oh boy, I have a lot of complicated thoughts about this book. A lot of complicated thoughts. So yeah, I'm going to jump right into them before going through the plot of this book. First and foremost, the cover. Yes, it has Slappy, one of the franchise's most iconic and fan-favorite villains ever made by R.L. Stine. But unfortunately not for me. I'm just not the biggest Slappy fan. So far this has just been my overall easily most least favorite Slappy book I've read, considering that this book introduced everybody to Slappy and scared. This cover, this original Tim Jaco's cover art of Slappy, it was so terrifying back then when it first came out for children. And I like the artwork, don't get me wrong. Slappy looks really cool on this cover. I like the border with the red and the yellow. But other than that, yeah, this book is trash. I'm sorry, guys. To all you guys that, love this book, it just wasn't for me. It was so boring, it kind of felt repetitive, it was just mostly boring and frustrating and just not even scary. It was a little bit dark, but it just dragged along so much. Yeah, that's mostly the main reason why I hate this book the most, is because it's just so dang boring. It's one of the most slowest moving Goosebumps books I've ever read in my life. I think it moved a bit faster than The Haunted Mask, and I hated that one more than this one, but this one I did not like that much more at all than The Haunted Mask. This one is so far probably my second or third most least favorite Goosebumps book of all time, and obviously The Haunted Mask is my number one, still currently least favorite book of all time too. But So Night of the Living Dummy. What is this book about? You have these two siblings, Lindy and Chris. And Chris is, I think, the younger one, I don't know, I haven't read this book in so long. But Chris is the twin that, is jealous of Lindy because Lindy found the Slappy in a dumpster near their house, I think. It was near, I think Lindy found Slappy, well, both of them technically did, but Lindy found Slappy in the dumpster right next to their house, kind of near the, near this old house that's, being constructed, I think. So, I kind of thought that was kind of nice. I think that was kind of a good start for this book. And then, yeah, Chris starts to get jealous because Lindy is getting all the attention with Slappy. She's jealous that Slappy also looks so cool and terrifying as a ventriloquist dummy. So then Chris badly wants to get her own. She keeps asking her parents over and over again, like, Mom, Dad, when can I get my own ventriloquist dummy? Because my twin sister was lucky enough to find one. In that case, again, Slappy. And then finally, after all that begging and pleading from Chris, it's kind of a weird name for a girl, but it's spelled K-R-I-S instead of C-H-R-I-S. Yeah, I think K-R-I-S is how you spell Chris for a girl's name. For a girl, whatever. It's just kind of weird. So anyways, yeah. Chris finally gets her own ventriloquist dummy. His name is Mr. Green? I don't know. It must be Mr. Green. I don't know. Come on. Oh, Mr. Wood. So, yeah, Mr. Wood is just kind of like Slappy. He's just kind of a creepy dummy. And it turns out all along that, this is not a spoiler, I hope, but it turns out all along that Mr. Wood is actually the real dummy causing all the chaos in the twins' family's house. All along. It's not even Slappy, which is probably the most frustrating part, in my opinion, of this book, is that Slappy is hardly ever mentioned at all in this book, considering this is the first book that he was introduced in to everybody. And he played such a little role in this book. Mr. Wood took it all, which was just so stupid. So this cover's a lie, even though it looks detailed. Yeah, that's basically the plot of this book. Weird, nasty things start happening. The girls are trying to guess, like, is my twin sister playing the pranks, or is my ventriloquist dummy playing the pranks? It's just, it gets so old. That same repetitive question is used throughout all the other Slappy books, like, oh, is it the dummy coming alive doing all this chaos, or is it my sister or my brother, whatever. It didn't appeal to me. The twist ending was just not okay either. It just wasn't satisfying to me at all. Yeah, this book was just also pretty weird. Yeah, I don't really have any other words to say about this book. It feels like it's one of the more longer Goosebumps books, but it's not. Yeah. My reprint is also in pretty nice condition, besides just a kind of few scuffs on the cover. But otherwise, it looks brand new. You can see I put a little scotch tape on all four corners, because they had a little bit of wear on them. You can kind of see right there. And the front too. Yeah. So, that's really all I have to say about Goosebumps Night of the Living Dummy. Yeah. If I had to rate this out on a 5-star basis, I'd probably give this book a 1 out of 5 stars. That is just completely, easily a below average book ranking for a book, in my opinion. The way it goes with me. Yeah, it's not even close to being a mid-tier book for me. I ranked, or rated, whatever you want to call it, The Haunted Mask, 0.5 out of 5 stars. Yeah, even lower than this book, but still, this book it still sucks. I do not plan to reread it. I just don't care for it, even though this book came in one of the Goosebumps tin sets that with 4 other books that I got from my grandparents, or grandma and grandpa, last Christmas, or last year before Christmas. So that was really nice of them. I mean, I don't really think I want to sell it. I just love the cover art more than I like the book. just like The Haunted Mask. Haunted Mask is much more boring than this book, in my opinion. It just took too much time to like introduce the characters, the cast of characters, before the real terror actually started. I thought it wasn't really too much of an issue in this book, but it definitely was worse overall than in The Haunted Mask. But yeah, anyways, guys, that's going to do it for my book review of the trashy Night of the Living Dummy, in my personal opinion. So yeah, again, I apologize to all you guys out there that love this book. I didn't like it at all. But anyways, let me know your thoughts down below in the comments section. Like down below, subscribe down below, and I'll see you again in my next videos. Take care.